So why is it that Dr. King talked about this idea of the promised land and talked about the mountaintop? It is very clear that this comes directly out of his religious and faith tradition, that he is paralleling the struggles of the civil rights movement at the time with those of the biblical Israelites that were leaving the land of Egypt, the land of bondage. Why this particular point becomes important is because one thing that he starts to introduce is this concept of the importance of knitting our spiritual lives together. That our humanity is bridged through not only the impact of so-called civil rights, but the impact of the spiritual connectedness that we're all bound under as human beings. And so this idea that there's this epic struggle. Now, one of the things that Dr. King may have been privy to, and you can hear it in this particular piece as he repeats this several times, that he said that he might not make it, but that we would. And so that particular piece gives kind of an uncanny chill to this particular presentation, because history bears out the fact that he did not make it through that particular chapter of his life, and that this was part of the ending of that chapter of his work. But he also proposes this idea of hope, that he is not the work, but the work will continue beyond him. And so when he gives us that hope, it is extremely, there's a huge responsibility that goes with that hope. The recognition that you are Dr. King to someone, that you are Mother Teresa to someone, that you are Crazy Horse to someone, that you are someone's reconciliation, much like Nelson Mandela was the reconciliation for his nation. And so when we think about the impacts of all of those things and the responsibilities, it becomes very clear that his work did not have to end and will not end as long as we're willing to take up the work and continue our journey with Dr. King.